Hi Pirates, welcome back for question 3. You are almost done with this review packet. You are doing great work. The first thing you should do is graph both of these functions on your calculator. We do not actually have the ability to find our intersection points using our Algebra 1, so you need to find the intersection on your calculator. I would also strongly encourage you to store your values, and then please be sure to let us know about where those values are so that we can interpret your work correctly. If we're finding the area, now here's where let the equations be your guide. X in the formula, Camp, I don't want to solve for X in terms of Y. I'm thinking I need a vertical slice. The top portion and the bottom portion don't change, so that's good news. We only need one integral. I'm accumulating height of the top function minus the bottom function, safety first, use your parentheses, wash your hands. X in my formula, which means I need X values on my integral. So again, as long as you've stored them, you can actually type in A and C on your calculator, get the right answer, round to 3 decimals, we get 9.671 units squared. Cool. All right, let's revolve around y equals 3. That is a horizontal line. I'm thinking I want a vertical measurement. So I need my disk washer method, which is perpendicular to my axis of revolution. I have a big R, which goes from the axis to the function, so 3 minus the parabola. I have a little r, which goes from the axis to the inside function, 3 minus a negative e to the x. Again, just be careful with how you type this in. You need a pi in front. You still have x values in your formula. So x on your integral from a to c. I have a big R squared minus a little r squared. You can simplify or not. Be careful with how you type it in. Make sure you know how to use those calculators. We get approximately 336.477 units cubed. Awesome. Now this next one is a little bit tricky, and again, shell method is more of an optional method at this point, but I think we can all handle it. If I revolve around -4, that is a vertical line. I'm thinking shell parallel to my axis of revolution. I need a height. The height is identical to the height that we used for area. So once you figure out that height, nothing needs to change. Your radius, how far is my slice to my axis of revolution? I have an x measurement on the right minus my axis, -4 on the left, which simplifies to x plus 4. When you're finding volume with shell parallel, you're accumulating circumference. So we have 2 pi, still the accumulation from a to c, 2 pi r h. You can go ahead and distribute that negative sign. I think that might be helpful with the parentheses. We type that into our calculator and we get about 216.815 units cubed. Okay, so we've mastered area, we've mastered disk washer, we've mastered shell. Last but not least, let's talk about cross sections. When you are figuring out volume with cross sections, I would encourage you to draw a 2-dimensional shape. We have a height of 3 because it says so, and our base is what was our critical slice. That's the same slice that we've used for height all along throughout this question. Okay, well, how do we find area of a rectangle? Good old junior high. We take base times height, so 3 times negative e to the x minus x squared plus 5. Now for this one, I know we like to sprinkle pi every which way in this chapter. It's a rectangle. Do we need a pi? Nope, nope we don't. We're accumulating from a to c of our area formula. This is sadly not math frackable again. We get about 29.012 units cubed. You're doing great, Pirates. Keep it up. Last but not least, equilateral triangle cross sections. Oh, good old geometry. So when I have an equilateral triangle, my base is in the xy plane. Hopefully you either know or looked up somewhere that area of an equilateral triangle is s squared root 3 over 4. We call it our 2, 3, 4 formula. Now you'll notice this is almost identical to what we just did because we just had our side, but now we're going to need to square it. So my critical slice goes on the base. I have root 3 over 4 accumulating from A to C. I take my critical slice and I square it, and I get a volume of 14.021 units cubed. Thanks for watching, Pirates. Good luck studying for your test. Email me with any questions, and I hope to see you soon.